Hey guys, here with John coming with another Awaken Calcera video, guys. So today's video, what we're going to be talking about is going to be about the fastest progression champions to take and what to do right from the very get-go. So we had an interesting stream tonight. We had a lot of people come out. You know, global launch has been going on. It's been very, very fruitful. Everybody's been coming out, asking questions, working together as a team. The community so far has been amazing, but I've gotten a lot of the same questions, and I figured that would be a great time to go ahead and cover them and kind of dive in a little bit more. I do have my beginner guide 2.0. Definitely check out that video if you are starting out and you're curious on what to do. But I had a lot of questions asked me, you know, like, hey, how do I fast progress here and really like, why do I need to focus? What champions do I need to focus on? Who to keep in my rookie summons, so on and so forth. So today's video, that's what we're going to be going over, guys. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so just like my beginner's guide, guys, if you guys saw that one, you kind of know what I'm talking about when I say, you know, you really need to push the adventure mode. Adventure mode is going to be down here in the bottom right. What that means is the first priority that you're going to be doing is you literally want to go from common, hard to mythic. Once you hit mythic, and I think a lot of content creators will definitely agree with this when I say this, once you hit the mythic level, you kind of hit more of the, okay, now you can start branching out. Really, you do not want to go into Void Tower. You don't want to get distracted by all this other stuff. Like, you have Void Tower, you have Endless Trial, you have No Man's Land, Arcane Dominator. You're going to play a little bit in No Man's Land just to get some of your abilities up in your characters. But Arcane Dominator, there's no reason to be farming gear until you hit mythic. And honestly, even once you hit mythic, until you are coming in here and you are hitting, you know, I would say until you're hitting stages 8 or above, it's a waste of your time. Mainly being because in adventure mode, you're going to be getting 5-star gear, and that's going to do a lot better for you than getting this 4-star purple gear, in my personal opinion. You can argue with me if you want, but I can tell you from stat wise, it does make a big difference. So until you get to the point where you are hitting level 8 in a dungeon, don't farm them, don't waste your resources. And I know a lot of people, when they came into chat today, like, yeah, like, I got stuck, so I went and I saw we had this Void Tower. I went and did a little bit of Void Tower. Okay, well, that's cool. You did Void Tower. Yeah, I would have waited. Honestly, I would have waited. Doing bounty hunt, you could kind of do, but honestly, I wouldn't worry about that either. Dispatch, I wouldn't even worry about that. I literally, when I say, like, if you want to hit the fastest progression, like, notice I'm level 58 right now. I've been playing since soft launch. People have advanced further than me, but I don't farm 24/7 a day like a lot of other people do. But yeah, just by progressing your adventure all the way into mythic here, it makes a big difference, because once you hit this mythic region, you are getting 5-star gear. With that 5-star gear, that then allows you to come in here, and honestly, I would say go into Queen of Tides. Queen of Tides is one of the easiest, best areas to farm for gear, and the reason being is because you get warrior gear, you get cursed gear. Revival gear it is what it is. Honestly, it's not that impactful in my personal opinion. It is good though. Like, if you are really struggling for, you know, a heal, so on and so forth, say you don't have a Mythasia, everyone should have a Connor, but your Connor's, you know, he's got crappy gear, so on and so forth, and you need a revival set. I could see that being a thing. I wouldn't bank on it though, but this curse set and this warrior set are definitely going to be one of the biggest friends in this game. One other thing to point out though is, like, when I say this, like, I would 100% say go get your mythic campaign done. Go farm in Queen of Tides. And the way you're going to be able to do that is you're going to have to pick the right characters to start with. Now, I haven't done a reroll guide. I will do the reroll guide tomorrow. It takes a little longer than I wanted to. I started to do the reroll guide tonight, but it took me a lot longer than I wanted to kind of set it up and get it ready. So I will record that tomorrow night and get that out for you guys tomorrow, basically. Whenever you're seeing this video, I'll get it up the next day. But yeah, starting off with your main characters, guys, I started off with Balbareth, and that was kind of a mistake. Not because he's not a bad champion. He's a very good champion. He's got a great kit. But progression-wise, guys, so when I say you really need to go and you need to get through Mythic, you really need to go and you need to get to Mythic. Characters that are going to help you with that are going to be similar to Hector. Is going to help you a little bit, but he's going to really fall off as far as doing the area clear stuff, right? He doesn't have the AoE damage to really progress in the adventure mode. He's very good for, you know, Tulpa, other dungeons, so on and so forth. But when what you're trying to accomplish right at the start of the gate is you're trying to finish adventure mode to get to that mythic level. And even then, like characters like Balbareth, yes, he does have like an AoE damage. What is that on his A2? Yeah, on his A2 he does an AoE damage, but it doesn't do enough damage to justify wanting to pull him at the very beginning. Characters, however, that do help you tremendously at the very beginning are going to be characters like Avera. Avera is one of the other starting champions for rookie summons. She does a lot of damage. She was buffed, so she does 150% damage to 200% damage. Before, this was actually only 100% damage minimum, and 8 out of 10 times it would proc the lower tier of the damage instead of the higher tier. Avera is an amazing damage dealer for sure. Also Hydrisia. Hydrisia would be the second best damage dealer in my personal opinion. Honestly, she's probably the first one because she takes the least amount of gear. Her attack is so high that and her cooldowns for all of her ability make her so much better and so much easier to use in the adventure mode to really progress that storyline and unlock, you know, the potential that's hidden behind the mythic area, right? So definitely keep that in mind when you're choosing characters at the very beginning, because I know that was another big question I got. It's like, hey, I got offered Hydrisia, Avera, Gangelo. You know, I heard Gangelo, I need to have Gangelo so that way you know, I can really progress for better gear in the end game. I don't disagree with, yeah, you want Gangelo for that aspect, but it's not worth it if you're trying to progress in the game. Like, there's no reason to tie your hands, you know, tie your hands up and not be able to progress in the game further faster because you know you'll need Gangelo later. You know what I mean? That kind of reduces the odds of, I mean, yes, you'll have him for later on, which would be nice. I would love a Gangelo. I don't have him, unfortunately, but I'm able to progress all the content without him. So that makes sense. So definitely would not sacrifice like a Vera or Hydrisia over a Gangelo, especially at the beginning, because the biggest thing is when you're playing these games, you're not playing these games so that way you can just like pass time. You know what I mean? Like, you're playing the games because you want to enjoy it. You want to get immersed in the game. You want to have fun. Gangelo is not going to do that for you right at the beginning, just as an FYI. Valeria is a very good starter as well, but like I said, if you can get a Vera, you can get Hydrisia. The biggest thing is you want to get an AoE damage dealer on your first character because it's what you're going to need to really progress that adventure mode, because that is 100% like you need to have tunnel vision all the way through adventure mode until you hit mythic. Once you hit that mythic level though, then is when you can start branching out. I highly recommend that once you hit that mythic level, then yes, you branch out. You go do a little bit of Void Tower, and then you start playing in Queen of Tides. Get that cursed gear, get that warrior set. Right now you get a free Nathalia, which is amazing. Nathalia, let's go over her kit real quick. Nathalia is one of the best damage dealers. She's going to be a 60 that you're going to take, or she's a character you're going to take to 60 and use all over the place. And mainly for this ability here, her trait. For every positive effect this character has, their abilities affect one extra enemy. Now, once you get it ascended, then it does 10% damage for each buff put on her, and her passive A2 here applies 2 buffs on her, so that makes her an AoE nuker at that point. You know what I mean? And then plus her A3 is similar to other characters where once she kills an enemy, it resets her A3. So she's an amazing character that you're going to put in cursed gear, and then really guard gear is the other one you want to put in her. But starting out, you want to put her in cursed gear and warrior gear that you farm in Queen of Tides. It's going to make the biggest difference because she's going to cycle through that A1 and do a lot more damage for you. But characters like that, AoE damage dealers, they're going to be who you really want to take and push through this adventure mode to really get to that end game and progress, because you're looking for that dopamine. You're looking for that completion to better validate, like, hey, you know, playing this game and you're enjoying it. So I highly recommend that you take my advice, focus on adventure. I had too many people come in chat saying, like, you know what, I can't do it. There's so much to do in this game. You're not wrong. There's a lot to do. If you gotta put your blinders on, go do adventure mode, come out. You know, it's okay to go into dungeon to do, you know, to upgrade some character skills here and there with, like, you know, if you need to upgrade some abilities, that's fine. I get it. You definitely want to do that. But don't farm gear. Don't play in the Void Tower. Don't mess with the Bounty Hunter. Just focus, tunnel vision. That's how I've gotten to level 58 so far. And honestly, that's how you get to the point where you get so many 60s. Notice the amount of 60s I have. We're up to 15 level 60s, and I have enough resources where I could probably make, I don't know, probably 18 or 19 level 60s as of right now, which is a massive amount of them. You know what I mean, guys? So, and that's because I tunnel visioned. I got to that point. Once I got to that point where I could go do and farm the other gear, then everything else was easy. And then I'm stacking up my resources. Once you stack up the resources, you go play the events. When you play the events, you get rewards. When you get rewards, it helps you progress and do more content. This hero promotion, I saved a lot of resources. I got it done. And then it gave me back resources that I really needed, like charms, advanced summoning crystals, so on and so forth. I highly recommend you guys, you stay in your lane, you focus on the adventure mode, get to the mythic, play the events, do the challenges, try to do everything that you can, but don't get out of that adventure mode aspect or thought process until you think you are ready, which in my personal opinion is not going to be until you're in mythic level. And then from there you can go into Queen of Tides. That would be my best recommendation. I know like Failed Shot, he's another content creator and up and comer. If you go ask him, he'd probably tell you the same thing. So, but yeah, guys, that's my personal opinion. I just want to do this quick video because I had so many people in chat. It was so much fun. We had a great time on Twitch tonight. We had over 70 people hanging out, asking questions. A lot of them were newer players. And I felt like this video was really needed because even though, yes, my beginner guide kind of touched on this, I didn't tell you exactly why it was so important to stay tunnel vision on the adventure mode. And that was just so that way you would stay like I said, it keeps you more invested in the game. It gives you more of a better progress lane. And so you don't waste your time. That's the biggest thing, guys. Time is money, money is time, so on and so forth. Whatever acronym saying you use with it, I get it. But yeah, it's one of those deals where if you want to progress fast, you want to enjoy the game, and you want to feel like you're really accomplishing your goals in the game, definitely just progress in your adventure mode, get to Mythic, go do Queen of Tides, go get Void Tower, so on and so forth. And once you hit that level, then start branching out, and you guys will enjoy this game so much more. If you have questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. Also join the Discord server. Feel free to ask me questions. I am always looking at my Discord server. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found it a little bit helpful. I really felt like I needed to make this video to kind of help those who were a little bit struggling. They hadn't seen said previous video and really needed that just constant reminder, like, yeah, focus on adventure, focus on adventure. I'm pretty sure I've said it at least 4 times. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. I hope you have a good rest of your evening, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.